Okay, I'm Michael Waterman. I'm designing Daedalus Workshop, and it's going to have two parts to it. There's going to be the front little office space as people arrive here, and there'll be maybe a small work table, some shelves, and maybe shelves on this side, and there'll be a little door on this. There's going to be kind of a wall that's going to go right across here, so they kind of come around here and they open a door and they come in. So there'll be a little workshop, little desk here, but prominent will be a drafting table right here. And the drafting table will have some sort of indication, like a drawing. They have to actually lift up the drafting board to enter into the larger work area, which they will do. And when they do, and the action of lifting up will there'll be a bunch of pulleys attached to it, so it will actually trigger a whole chain reaction that is happening in this space, which is Daedalus Workshop proper. I had a kind of a rough idea of mock-up in my studio back in St. John's, what I was going to do here. There'll be wheels spinning, and it will be dense, full of partially completed contraptions, and there'll be something spinning here, and there'll be some mechanical process going here. And the thing is, all the spinning things, they'll balance each other out. This is going to be a dense workshop full of contraptions. Actually be a dense and closed place, and there'll be way more information than the neophyte can actually take in, almost like walking inside of his Daedalus' brain. And the thing is, all the spinning things, they'll balance each other out. There'll be ropes pulling from above and ropes pulling from below, so that it should be fairly easy to lift up, that will be balancing the pull from the push, and it will be fairly easy to trigger everything. And then there'll be another workbench bench here, a workstation here, which I'll be building pretty soon. This is going to be a dense workshop full of contraptions. I don't know whether, I have an image of Daedalus as larger than life, and like he's an egghead making all kinds of advanced contraptions. We have the general framework, but we don't have a really defined idea of what it's going to look like, other than that it will be very dense, full of cool things.
Take two. My name is Brad Brackenridge. I'm playing Daedalus, or Daedalus, or Daedalus. It goes on.
For years I've labored to create the perfect labyrinth. Perhaps to be enshrined in it to my own everlasting glory.
But in this instance, he's the creator of the labyrinth. And he creates all great mechanical things. He's a great inventor. Mad scientist, that kind of thing.
The mechanical toys I made for Ariadne and Phaedra whirl in perpetual motion. And now this. The most stupendous of my career. A structure in which the hubris of humanity may stifle itself. A mirror here, a trapdoor there, walls that move, corridors leading in all directions and no directions, taxing the imagination and intelligence until the brain bursts.
What happens in the moment you have with the neophyte? What are you saying to him?
It's a very threatening presence. Partially, it's a bit of a test to see if they're worthy of going through the labyrinth, but really what it ends up is it's a stern warning to say that this creation will destroy them, or could possibly destroy them.
I've considered this the perfect system, totally indecipherable in its perfection. All great creations must be kept in secret in order not to be abused. Harm only comes when ideas escape into the real world. One invents cruelties in order to come in contact with great problems, but such cruelties must never be detected. For years, oh, so many years, I have labored to create the perfect labyrinth. Perhaps Perhaps one day to be enshrined in it to my everlasting glory. I consider this the perfect system. Totally indecipherable. It's perfection. And thus, the Minotaur is the perfect criminal. No trace of the crime. No habeas corpus. All great creations must be kept in secret in order for them not to be abused. Harm only comes when great ideas escape into the real world. One must invent cruelties in order to come into contact with great problems. Now you have almost completed the Ennead of encounters. You must confront the 8 trials and the heptad of experiences if you are to leave this labyrinth alive. You must go now.